Welcome back to 18 News. Time once again for a weekly visit to the Dubois County Humane Society on Wordsey Road here in Jasper. We're not going to feature any pets this week, but we are got several important topics to discuss, namely the weather. And Donna Hopkins, of course, is with us again this week. And Donna, like I said, weather is one thing we're going to talk today. It is Strassenfest week here at Jasper, and also some things related to the fest.
You betcha. We want to talk about this heat. Now, luckily, our heat this summer hasn't been as horrendous as it has been in other parts of the nation this year, but we certainly had our fair share. So a couple of things that we want to make sure everybody understands, especially with the festival. The festival, your pets are loved, but they're not invited. This is a human festival. So don't think you're going to bring your animal and then just keep them in the car and roll the windows down. That is the worst idea. You would not do that to your child. You do not do that to your fur baby. So we're recommending to be aware of this. Have a dog sitter or one of your kids' friends or somebody, if they're a little nervous being alone, make those arrangements. Be proactive and make the arrangements that you can in advance. The other thing also is because of the heat, you got to give them plenty of water, give them food. But make sure they stay hydrated because we're all thirsty during the summer and we need to make sure our animals get their water. Another thing that we also want to comment on is the Strassenfest. We have our fireworks and it's always a beautiful display. Animals don't care for fireworks. And once again, we want to let you know, please be proactive, please be prepared. Have your animals inside and give them a safe place to hide because I'm telling you, 4th of July nationwide is the worst time for strays because they get frightened and they go off and leave. And so, once again, for our community with the Strassenfest and the other festivals and the other communities nearby, a lot of times there's fireworks. Be prepared to have a place that your animal can feel safe and they won't feel like they have to flee. Have them inside and make sure they're good and comfortable. You'll get to come home and make that puppy or kitty just as happy as they can be to get to see their pack leader back.
One thing also, a note to Strassenfest, those who plan to attend the Strassenfest, pets are not allowed down to the fest on the square, even if on a leash and whatnot. And so just bear that in mind if you plan on attending the fest on downtown Jasper this weekend. So pets are not allowed except for service animals.
That is correct. Service animals always get the green flag because they have a job to do and they have been trained to do their job. I have a little yippy dog, a little lap dog that, yeah, he helps me out. He's a wonderful, stress reliever for myself. He's not a service dog and he is not welcome down at the Strassenfest because he hasn't been trained how to handle himself in crowds, how to handle himself when people approach him that aren't supposed to. These service dogs do. So we're asking the public to respect service dogs. They are welcome. Don't be offended. They have to pass all kinds of criteria in order to be a service dog. And so they're welcomed, but everybody else's babies, keep them at home, keep them cool, keep them watered, and life will be good for everyone.
Real quickly, let's talk about some needs we need here at the
We will be glad to. Last week we would have had the adopt-a-thon and success, but now we're needing a few more things. We still have kitties coming in right and left, so we can still use kitten chow, Purina kitten chow. It's in the yellow bag. And then we still need to have cat food and dog food that are in the cans. And once again, we do that for the pregnant and the nursing mamas, whether they're dogs or cats. But we also do it as behavior modification treats. They don't do as well with the crunchy food. I think it's because that's what they get all the time. If you and I, French fries are maybe not a good thing, but if somebody brought me maybe a chocolate truffle, I might have a different thought and I might have a different behavior. Same way with the animals. We try to do that. So if you're out shopping about and nobody's here, just leave them on our front porch and we'll be glad to get those inside and to help our babies. We do have transports in the month of August. Our first one is completely full, but our last two, we still have plenty of openings. Just call in at 482-7387. Ask about the availability for the size of your animal because we only get so many slots per size of animal. And they will let you know, yes, we have openings, or no, our next one for your size of dog or cat will be at this time.
Very good. So information on all the fine animals available for adoption at the Dubois County Humane Society and the needs and wants here at the Humane Society are available on their website, DuboisCountyHumane.org, also on PetFinder.com, as well as on their Facebook page.
Carey, I forgot one thing.
Certainly.
I totally remiss. Dubois County Humane Society is going to have a booth at the Straßenfest.
Okay.
So please be sure to come by and enjoy our pretzels and our ice cream sandwiches and all the lovely little things. We may have a service dog there to show what we've got. We will have, we'd love to see any stories, especially previous people who have adopted from us. If you got any pictures, please show them to us, because a lot of us remember a lot of our previous babies. We'd love to see pictures, whether they're cats or dogs. We'd love to see pictures of them.
Where will that booth exactly be located?
We are going to be very near Whimsy. I'm not sure if we're closer to the beer garden or if we're closer to the square, but I do know that we're right by just Whimsy.
Okay, that's on the southwest corner of the square and so forth. So be sure to check out their booth at the Straßenfest this weekend downtown Jasper. So thanks a lot for watching. Stay tuned. Weather's next.